You've got a good job at a Fortune 500 company, $85,000 a year, health insurance, 401k, match, 2 weeks of vacation. Maybe you've been there for 5 years, maybe 10. Your parents are proud of you. Your friends think you've made it. You feel secure, and then one Tuesday morning, you get a calendar invite for a 9 a.m. meeting with HR. Your manager will be there too. No agenda listed. You know what's coming. 15 minutes later, you're walking out of the building with a box of your stuff, a severance package that covers 2 months of expenses, and the sudden realization that your stable job just evaporated. Your mortgage doesn't care that you got laid off. Your car payment doesn't care. Your student loans don't care. And the worst part? You have exactly one income stream, and it just went to zero. Here's what nobody tells you when you're climbing the corporate ladder. The same things that make your job feel stable, the big company, the steady paycheck, the benefits, are the exact things that make you financially vulnerable. Because in 2026, there's no such thing as a stable job anymore. There's only the illusion of one. My name is Yaji, and I spend way too much time thinking about why people with good jobs are often in the most precarious financial positions without even realizing it. If you're someone who depends on a single paycheck from an employer, and you've never thought about what happens if that paycheck disappears, or you believe that job security equals financial security, make sure to hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up if this helps you out. Because what I'm about to show you is going to completely change how you think about employment, income, and what real financial security actually looks like in 2026. Let's start by killing the biggest myth, that working for a big, established company means you're financially secure. Here's the thing that people don't want to accept. Your employer does not care about your financial stability. They care about their bottom line. And when the economy shifts, when their stock price drops, when they need to show investors they're cutting costs, you are a line item on a spreadsheet. You're not a person. You're an expense. According to Challenger, Gray, and Christmas, U.S. companies announced over 721,000 job cuts in 2023. In 2024, that number climbed even higher as companies restructured for AI integration and automation. These aren't struggling startups. These are Google, Amazon, Microsoft, Meta, companies with billions in revenue laying off thousands of people. If you work for a Fortune 500 company and you think you're immune, you're not. You're just next in line. But here's what most people don't realize. The risk isn't just that you might lose your job. The risk is that your entire financial life is built on a single point of failure. Let me show you what I mean. Imagine you're making $80,000 a year. After taxes, you take home about $58,000. That's roughly $4,800 per month. Your expenses: mortgage, $2,000, car payment, $450, insurance, $300, utilities, $200, groceries, $600, gas, $150, student loans, $400, miscellaneous, $500, total, $4,600 per month. You're saving maybe $200 a month if you're disciplined. You've got one income stream, your job. That $80,000 salary is the only thing keeping the whole operation afloat. Now let's say you lose that job. Your income goes from $58,000 to zero in a single day. You've got maybe $5,000 in savings. That covers 1 month of expenses. Your severance covers 2 more months if you're lucky. So you've got 3 months to find a new job that pays what you were making. And in 2026, the average job search takes 4 to 6 months according to the Bureau of Labor Statistics. You're already in trouble. By month 4, you're burning through credit cards. By month 5, you're missing payments. By month 6, your credit score is tanking. You're behind on the mortgage and you're starting to panic. All because you had one income stream and it disappeared. Now let's compare that to someone making the same $80,000, but from 4 different sources. They've got a $50,000 salary, a $15,000 side business, $10,000 from freelance work, and $5,000 from rental income or investments. They lose their primary job. Their income doesn't go from $80,000 to zero. It goes from $80,000 to $30,000. That's still a hit. But it's survivable. They've got time to find a new job without the desperation. They're not drowning. they're treading water. This is the difference between single income vulnerability and diversified income resilience. Now you might be thinking, Yaji, but I have skills. I can find another job. And maybe you can. But here's where it gets really interesting. The skills you've been building at your stable corporate job, they're becoming obsolete faster than ever. According to the World Economic Forum, the half-life of a learned skill, the time it takes for that skill to become half as valuable, has dropped to about 5 years. In some industries, it's less than 3 years. That means the expertise you developed in 2021 is already half as valuable in 2026. And if you've been comfortable in your stable job, you probably haven't been learning new skills. You've been doing the same thing for 5 years. Meanwhile, AI is automating entire job categories. According to a Goldman Sachs report, AI could impact 300 million jobs globally. McKinsey estimates that by 2030, up to 30% of hours worked could be automated. Your stable job isn't competing with other workers anymore. It's competing with software that works 24/7, doesn't take vacation, and doesn't need health insurance. And when the company decides they can replace you with an AI tool that costs $50 a month instead of $80,000 a year, what do you think they're going to do? They're going to cut you, and they won't feel bad about it. Let me tell you about 2 people, both making $75,000 a year, both 35 years old. Person 1, we'll call her Sarah, works at a mid-sized tech company. She's been there for 7 years. She's comfortable. She knows her job inside and out. She gets decent raises every year. She's got good benefits. Sarah has never thought about what happens if she loses this job. She assumes it'll always be there. Person 2, we'll call him Marcus, also works at a tech company making $75,000. But Marcus has a side business doing consulting on weekends that brings in $20,000 a year. He's also built up a small portfolio of dividend stocks that pays him about $3,000 annually. And he freelances occasionally, adding another $5,000. Marcus's total income is about $103,000, but more importantly, it comes from 4 different sources. In 2025, both of their companies go through restructuring. Both get laid off on the same day. Sarah's income goes from $75,000 to 0. She panics. She starts applying to hundreds of jobs. She's desperate. She'll take anything. 4 months later, she gets an offer for $65,000, a $10,000 pay cut from what she was making. She's so desperate that she takes it immediately. She's just relieved to have a paycheck again. Marcus's income goes from $103,000 to $28,000. It's a hit. But he's not panicking. He uses the extra time to build up his consulting business. Within 2 months, he's bringing in $40,000 a year from consulting alone. He doesn't even bother applying for traditional jobs. 6 months later, Marcus is making more than he did before he got laid off, and he's doing it on his own terms with complete control over his income. Same starting point, same event, completely different outcomes. The difference? Marcus understood that job security is a myth. Income diversification is the only real security. Here's the psychology that keeps people trapped in this false sense of security, comfort, and inertia. When you've got a stable paycheck coming in every 2 weeks, your brain releases dopamine. You feel safe. You feel provided for. That comfort creates inertia. You stop looking for opportunities. You stop learning new skills. You stop thinking about what you'd do if the paycheck stopped. You become dependent, not just financially, but psychologically. There's also something called golden handcuffs. The longer you stay at a company, the more you have to lose. Vested stock options, seniority, relationships, reputation. So even when you see the warning signs, layoffs in other departments, restructuring, hiring freezes, you tell yourself, it won't happen to me, I'm valuable. And then it happens to you, and you realize you weren't as valuable as you thought. Companies don't care how many years you've been there. They care about their quarterly earnings report. And if cutting you helps that number, you're gone. Let me show you the real math of depending on a single employer in 2026. Let's say you work for the same company for 20 years. You start at $50,000. You get 3% raises every year, which is pretty standard. After 20 years, you're making about $90,000. You've earned a total of about $1.4 million over those 2 decades. Now let's say in year 21, you get laid off. You're 45 years old. You've been doing the same specialized job for 20 years. You start looking for work, but the market has changed. Your skills aren't as relevant as they used to be. Companies want younger, cheaper talent. You end up taking a job for $70,000, a $20,000 pay cut. Over the next 20 years until retirement, you'll earn about $1.5 million at that lower salary with 3% raises. Total career earnings, $2.9 million. Now let's compare that to someone who changed jobs every 3 to 5 years and negotiated higher salaries each time. They start at $50,000. After 3 years, they jump to a new company at $65,000. 3 years later, $80,000. 3 years after that, $95,000. They're taking the same risks you are. Companies could lay them off at any time, but they're not waiting for it to happen. They're proactively managing their career. By age 45, they're making $120,000 instead of $90,000. Over 40 years, they earn about $3.8 million. That's a $900,000 difference just from not staying comfortable in one place. The stable job cost you almost $1 million. So, what do you actually do about this? How do you protect yourself in 2026? Here's the action plan. First, accept that your job is not stable. I don't care if you work for Google, Apple, or the government. Your job can disappear. Act accordingly. Second, build a 6-month emergency fund minimum, not 3 months. 6 months. This gives you actual breathing room if you lose your job. At $4,500 in monthly expenses, that's $27,000. Yes, that's a lot, but it's the price of real security. Third, start building a second income stream now, not someday. Now. It doesn't have to be big. Start with $500 a month from freelancing, consulting, a side business, whatever you can do with your existing skills. That $500 a month gives you $6,000 a year. More importantly, it gives you proof that you can generate income outside of your employer. Fourth, invest in skills that transfer across industries. Don't just get better at your specific job. Get better at skills that work anywhere. Sales, marketing, writing, coding, project management. These are the skills that protect you when your industry gets disrupted. Fifth, network aggressively. The best job opportunities don't come from job boards. They come from people who know you and trust you. Spend 1 hour a week connecting with people in your industry. Go to meetups. Comment on LinkedIn. Send emails. Build relationships. When you need a job, you'll have people who can actually help you, instead of sending your resume into a black hole. Sixth, update your resume and LinkedIn every 6 months even if you're not looking for a job. Keep track of your wins, your metrics, your accomplishments. When you do need to look for work, you're not starting from scratch. Seventh, consider the nuclear option, becoming unfireable by working for yourself. This doesn't mean quitting your job tomorrow. It means slowly building up your side income until it matches or exceeds your salary. Then you make the jump on your terms, not your employer's. Here's what I want you to understand. The idea of a stable job is a relic from a different era. 50 years ago, you could work for one company your entire career, get a pension, and retire comfortably. That world doesn't exist anymore. In 2026, stability doesn't come from your employer. It comes from having multiple income streams, transferable skills, a strong network, and enough savings to survive disruption. Your job is not your security. Your ability to generate income from multiple sources is your security. The sooner you accept this, the sooner you can start building real financial resilience, instead of relying on a paycheck that could disappear tomorrow. Look, I'm not saying you should quit your job. I'm saying you should stop treating it like it's permanent, because it's not. Companies will lay you off the moment it benefits them financially. They will replace you with AI the moment it becomes cost-effective. They will restructure, downsize, and offshore without thinking twice about your mortgage payment. That's not pessimism, that's reality. But the good news is that once you understand this, you can actually do something about it. You can build multiple income streams. You can save aggressively. You can invest in skills. You can create a financial life that doesn't collapse the moment your employer decides you're too expensive. That's real security. and it's completely within your control. If this video helped you see your stable job in a completely different light, make sure you hit that subscribe button and drop a comment letting me know, how many income streams do you currently have? Just drop a number in the comments. And if you want to go deeper on building multiple income streams and protecting yourself financially, check out the next video on the screen. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.